Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Kamilia representing Group 2, which also includes our beloved group members Nabilah, Ainin, Sofiya and Fathihah Basirah, represent to you a way to solve a problem using mathematical modelling from Mathematics Chapter 8 Form 5 KSSM. As we all know, there are 6 main steps we need to memorize from this chapter. First of all, identifying and defining the problems, which is easily described as pulling out the main problem in the situation. Second, making assumptions and identifying variables which will help us to understand the relationships between equations better. Third, applying mathematics to solve the problems where our mathematics knowledge will play a big role. Fourth, verifying and interpreting solutions in the context problem by testing our models or maybe equations. Fifth, refining mathematical model as we need to choose a most suitable model for the current situation. Last but not least, this last step, which is reporting the findings based on our 1 to 5 steps.
Ainin Sofiya will be explaining to you how to solve the problem by using step 1. Here, we present to you a question that may apply mathematical modeling to find the best solution. The diagram shows a recipe for preparing 20 pieces of appam polka dot. Puan Salma wants to make 90 pieces of appam polka dot for the birthday party of her child. Help Puan Salma to modify the recipe for 90 pieces of appam polka dot to avoid wastage. As we can see here, to make 20 pieces of appam polka dots, we need 2 grade A eggs, 1 cup of fine sugar, 1 teaspoon of omelette, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 cup of full cream milk, 2.5 cups of wheat flour, 2 small spoons of baking powder and food coloring. As explained before, the first step in mathematical modeling is identifying and defining the problems. In this situation, we know that Puan Salma wants to make 90 pieces of appam polka dot for her child's birthday party by using the recipe given. As for that, we have acknowledged the first step, which is we need to modify the recipe for 90 pieces of appam polka dot.
To continue, I am Fathihah Basirah will elaborate step 2 in the mathematical modeling, which is making assumptions and identifying the variable. An easy way to understand step 2 is we need to assume everything must be in a perfect way, or maybe in this situation in the same portion to produce the perfect product. Some of the assumptions we could make to ensure a perfect outcome is by using eggs of the same grade, which is grade A, as stated in the recipe. Second, we need to use the ingredients of the same type to secure the taste. Third, we need to use the right measurement to avoid wastage.
Next, I, Nabilah, will continue to explain step 3 in the process of applying mathematical modeling. Step 3 is mainly based on our mathematics knowledge that relates to the problem we identified before. In this situation, there is a simple step which includes a variation formula from Chapter 1 Form 5 to modify the recipe for 90 pieces of appam polka dots. The new modified recipe is equals to K multiplied by original recipe. K refers to the constant which will help us to calculate and create the new recipe based on the original one. As stated before, the original recipe will get us to 20 pieces of appam polka dot, but Puan Salma needs 90 pieces of appam polka dots, which will be the subject of the new modified recipe. To find K, we need to divide new modified recipe with original recipe. As we had informed to you, it is easier to make the appam polka dots pieces as the subject. Hence, we need to divide 90 with 20, which will serve us with a 4.5 constant.
Carry on with step 4, which is verifying and interpreting solutions in the context of problems. As far as what we understand in the step 4, we need to test either our formula in the step 3 will help us to have a perfect outcome, which is 90 pieces of appam polka dots for Puan Salma. From step 3, the formula that we had created is new modified recipe equal to 4.5 times original recipe. From the equation, we need to find the perfect measurement for each ingredients needed for the new modified recipe. Therefore, we need to multiply 4.5 with the original ingredient. For eggs, teaspoons of vanilla extract and small spoon of baking powder, we only need 9 for each of them, as 4.5 times 2 from the original recipe will become 9 respectively. Next, we need 4.5 cups of fine sugar teaspoon of omelette and also full cream milk, as the original recipe only requires 1 each. Lastly, we need 11.25 cup of wheat flour, which is achieved from multiplying 4.5 with 2.5 from the original recipe.
Next, step 5, which is refining the mathematical model. By interpreting our understanding, step 5 is most likely to come up with a problem to test out our models that we have created before from step 3 and 4. In this situation, we may come up with an idea to reduce sugar, food coloring, or maybe vanilla extract in case of maintaining health. We have discussed to reduce the vanilla extract, as too much usage of vanilla extract will influence the taste of appam polka dot. Generally, too much vanilla extract will give us an overwhelming vanilla flavor in our appam polka dot. To conclude, we need to reduce the usage of vanilla extract from the original calculation by 1 or maybe 2 teaspoons.
Step 6 is one of the easiest steps if we have successfully completed step 1 until 5. The last step requires us to report our findings based on our try and error progress. As for that, our outcome by applying mathematical modeling for one solved problem is: number 1, assuming that the sizes of the eggs are the same and the ingredients used are from the same brand. Number 2, the new proposed recipe to prepare 90 pieces of appam polka dots are as follows: 9 grade A eggs, 4.5 cups of fine sugar, 4.5 teaspoons of omelette, 7 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 4.5 cups of full cream milk, 11.25 cups of wheat flour, 9 small spoons of baking powder, and food coloring.
By learning this topic, we are able to develop thinking skills to solve real-world problems using mathematical modeling in our daily life. Usually, we would want to solve problems directly based on our existing knowledge. However, not all problems could be solved in an easy way. Therefore, we shall model the problems as mathematical problems and solve them mathematically. Hence, the solutions obtained are interpreted back to become solutions for the original problems. Some careers that applies these skills are engineers, telecommunication companies, as well as scientists. That's all from us. We hope this helps you to understand this topic better. Thank you and have a nice day.